What's going on? Sunny here, and in today's video, I want to show you how to clear out a lot of the negativity that you're holding within unconsciously. Right? So I'm not talking about clearing the negative energy like by taking a salt bath, right? Like cleansing your aura. That's different. I'm talking about clearing the negative energy, the negative beliefs, the negative patterns that you're holding within that you don't even know about that are creating your negative experiences outside. So maybe you're experiencing like a financial struggle, or you're always coming across a same type of or a similar type of negative relationship, things of that nature. These are created by the negativity that you are unconsciously identified with within, that you're just holding on to, clinging on to, and you don't even know about. So it's not so much that these negative experiences and that negativity from the inside is clinging on to you. Matter of fact, it's the other way around. You are clinging on to them, not even knowing that you're actually doing so. So today, that's what I want to talk to you about, and I want to show you how to start clearing out this negativity from within. Okay? And there's this letting go process that you have to become aware of. And I want to resort to one of my Instagram posts that I made recently that said, negativity is not coming from anywhere outside of you. It already exists within you, and it is creating triggers in your external environment in hopes to release itself, in hopes to make you become aware of what you are carrying within so that you can let go of it, right? So to do this process, you have to start letting go of blame. Right? As long as you continue to blame those external triggers for what you are experiencing, for the negativity that you're experiencing, then you lose all power to actually become aware of that negativity and let it go, right? Because then you're always making the reason for that negativity outside. But the cause of that negativity is within. It's those little beliefs that you hold about yourself. It's those little subtle thoughts that you have about how the world is and everything like that. Okay? So in order to become aware of a lot of that stuff and let it go, right? Like, how do we do that? What's the practice of doing that? It is something that you have to do consistently, again and again. It's not like a one-time thing and then bam, there's all that negativity gone. This is a process that I've been doing over the past year and a half or so, and it's done wonders for me, right? Like, by letting go a lot of the negative stuff within, my relationships have improved. The way I communicate with people has improved. My financial situation has improved. My business has improved because, when you're letting go of a lot of those limiting definitions and beliefs, everything in your life starts to flourish. Meanwhile, it is those matter of fact, it was those limiting beliefs and things that you hold to be true about yourself and the world that holds back the well-being from flowing to you. Okay? So it's very crucial to not blame. Right? If you think that person is causing you suffering, it's not true. The suffering already exists, and your mind is creating those triggers in your external environment, like that person saying something mean to you, in order to release some of that negativity. And that's why it rises up to the surface again, and then you don't know what to do with it. And then you just kind of blame, and you just kind of distract yourself from the feelings, and you just kind of suppress it back inside. And then the pressure cooker keeps building up until it creates more triggers, and then you're like, oh my god, my life sucks. Everything on the outside is triggered, making me feel all this negative stuff. But it's not. The negativity itself is seeking a release, like all the steam and the pressure from the pressure cooker, and it constantly goes off by creating external triggers. By creating triggers in your external environment in hopes to actually wake you up that you are holding all this stuff within, but you just keep suppressing it. So let go of blame. First step, right? Let go of blame and realize that the negativity is within you. And it's not so much that we're blaming ourselves. We're simply becoming aware that the cause of everything outside is within. Not within your body necessarily, but just within you. Okay? So, second step. You have to first I'm going to ask you to think about an area of your life where you're consistently just experiencing a lack of well-being, Maybe you're constantly having a money issue. Maybe you're constantly having problems in your relationship. Maybe you're constantly attracting negative people in your life. What is it for you? Just take a second to really think about that. I'm sure it's going to come to you right away, but just really take a second to really become aware of where you are experiencing a lack of well-being. And so once you begin to do that, notice the feelings that it triggers within you. Right? So if you're constantly experiencing a lack of financial well-being, you might always be feeling uncertain. You might be feeling unworthy, unvalued, like you're inferior to other people who do have money. Just take a hold of all those feelings. You could even write it down. And even if you're experiencing problems in your relationship, like it's always going to be the same type of feelings that are going to be coming up, right? Like a lack of worth, feeling like unvalued, unworthy, inferior, like you're lesser. You feel irritated. So what is that for you? Now, when you become aware of the feelings themselves, how you are feeling, you have to now go into them, okay? So this is where it gets kind of subtle. And these are the subtle inner processes that you have to start doing in order to let go of this negativity. It becomes subtle because you have to allow yourself to feel these feelings and be within them, right? Exploring them, but not at the same time, not judging them and not blaming the outside for them, but just simply allowing yourself to experience, okay, if this is the feeling that I'm feeling, right? So you have to be within it. But then you have to, so it's so subtle that you have to be within it, but at the same time, look at that feeling, observe that feeling from above it. Like you are not it. You are not attached to that feeling. So you have to be above it, right? Observe that feeling and ask yourself, what am I believing to be true about myself or the world? What is that belief that is causing me this feeling? And so this is something that, do it in silence. This is something that you do alone. Ask yourself, what have I believed to be true all my life, or maybe because of a certain event that happened in my past, something that I maybe have started to believe about myself that is creating this type of feeling, a feeling inferior, a feeling unworthy. What was an event in my past that made me perhaps feel this way? And then I just kind of latched onto that. So again, you're within the feeling, not judging it, simply allowing yourself to feel how you feel, right? Like most of us just constantly suppress everything uncomfortable that comes up. No, welcome it, embrace it, and go right into it. And then go above it. And so you are that awareness experiencing this emotion or this kind of experience even. And ask yourself, why am I experiencing this? What do I believe to be true about myself that is causing me this feeling? So maybe you believe that you are, and this won't be a conscious belief, right? Maybe you believe that you are not worthy of love. And you don't consciously think this every day. You're like, oh yeah, I think I'm worthy of love. Why not? But deep down, do you actually believe wholeheartedly that you are worthy of love? Maybe you're holding on to that definition so tightly because of a past experience that happened to you. Maybe your parents, as you were growing up, didn't show you the love that you wanted to receive. And that created a pattern within your mind that oh, you're not worthy of love. You just accepted that to be the truth within. On the surface, you're just like, oh yeah, I still do think I'm worthy of love. But like deep within, you're holding on to that definition that I'm not worthy of love because that's all I've experienced in my life. And now, because you're holding on to this within, this definition is literally creating your experience. So you constantly come across people who show you you're not worthy of love, who don't give you the love that you want, etc., etc. You see how subtle this stuff is? So you have to like get through the phase of the mind, which is like, oh no, I think I'm worthy. I think the world is abundant. No, I think I'm great. Get past all those surface thoughts. Those thoughts are something that all of us experience just because, we want to feel good about ourselves. We want to protect our worth. We want to prove our worth to others. Get past that phase and go deep within. What do you actually believe to be true deep within? For years, I thought I was confident. For years, I thought I was secure. For years, I thought I was like, even superior than others. Until I realized that all of those thoughts and, things that I held on the surface to be true about myself were actually like overcompensating for all the insecurities that I really believed in. So I thought I was all this, but I was really all this. Because on the surface, right, like it doesn't matter what you kind of pretend to think and be on the surface. What matters is who you truly believe yourself to be, who you are truly identified with being deeper within. And inside, I was insecure. I felt unworthy. I did not have a good relationship with myself. I thought the world was a difficult place. I didn't think I was worthy of success. And so you see, like once I started to stop blaming and then using my experiences, like if something was triggered in the outside, so now I'm experiencing a negative event, and instead of blaming, I started to go within, right? I started to ask myself, like, why am I feeling this way? Like I'm feeling inferior, or I'm feeling like a lack of self-worth. So what am I believing to be true about myself? And like maybe what was an event that happened in my past that made me feel this way, maybe, and maybe made me agree with this definition about myself. And so, as you start doing this kind of inquiry within yourself, memories of the past sometimes even come up. Certain times where maybe someone said something mean to you, or someone insulted you, or you had like a negative experience where you didn't get what you wanted. And so as a child or as a younger person, you just kind of made that identification. I'm not worthy of love. I'm not worthy of success. And you still carry that on to you today. And that is creating your experience. So it requires you to start doing this sort of inquiry within, okay? And you see, like while you're doing this, you have completely already forgotten about what is going on outside right now. You're simply just doing your inquiry within, going deep within. Why are you experiencing this event? What are you believing to be true about yourself? Why are you feeling this way? And once you start coming up across the reasons, and you don't have to certainly know it, this is exactly why, this is exactly what I believe, but you can just start to explore within. Get real with yourself. Allow yourself to be fully vulnerable, at least with yourself. This is something that I noticed with myself. Like when I was just starting to do this process, there were certain things that I didn't want to even confront. The fact that I was insecure about myself as a person, the fact that I didn't think that I was worthy of success. I didn't want to confront those things because it made me even uncomfortable to just think about them. But you have to get through the discomfort. Embrace the discomfort. Allow it to come up and actually become aware of the discomfort. That discomfort is the exact thing that is creating all these negative experiences in your life. That resistance is the exact thing that's keeping you clinging on to these things. And here's the beautiful part. Once you do become aware of a lot of these beliefs, you don't even have to necessarily do anything to start letting them go. The mere fact that you are becoming aware of them allows them to start automatically releasing themselves. Why does this happen? Because you cannot be something that you are aware of. If you are aware of something, you are always above it, beyond it, before it. So once you start to flow your awareness into these negative definitions that you hold to be true about yourself and these negative beliefs automatically in your mind, and it's not something you have to do consciously, I promise. Automatically, you create this distinction, this separation between you and that feeling. And naturally, a lot of this stuff just starts being released on its own. Your job is to simply become aware of those negative beliefs and just explore them and get through the resistance of exploring and experiencing them. You simply have to become aware of the fact that they are there and just allow yourself to fully just be aware of them and be comfortable with the fact that they are there. So if you feel like you are unworthy, if you feel like you are not worthy of success, go within that belief, become fully aware of it, and let go of all resistance to that belief. So you might not want to believe that you're not worthy of success, but for the time being, fully allow the fact that you believe that to be true about yourself. Don't resist believing that to be true about yourself. I'm not saying believe that to be true now. I'm not saying believe that you are not worthy of success. I'm saying simply let go of the resistance that you feel to feeling that way. Don't be like, I don't want to feel this. I don't want to feel this. No. Allow yourself to become aware of the fact that this is how you feel. This is how you felt for years. This is something that you carry within. And by just doing so and becoming completely comfortable within it, meanwhile you're actually above it, automatically you'll start to disidentify with a lot of these things. So just within the past couple of months, and maybe a year or so, I have let go of so many limiting beliefs about myself, about my personality, about my body, about my worthiness of success, money, relationships, love, so many things. But you have to constantly do that inquiry. You have to face yourself, your inner self, everything you believe to be true about yourself, and you have to just become fully comfortable with the fact that you have bought into those beliefs. And by literally becoming aware of them, they automatically just naturally start to release themselves. So this is like a deep process. This is something that you can only do if you are actually willing to let go of that negativity. If you are fully committed to wanting to let go of that negativity. You know, maybe some people clicked on this video and they weren't really serious about that negative, like wanting to let go of that stuff, right? If you're not serious about this, you won't be able to do this. You have to be fully committed. You have to be fully willing to go and face your dark side. Going within is not easy, my friend. However, it is something that will make your external life so much more blissful, so much more easygoing, flowing. And honestly, it all starts within. So if you have questions about this video, let me know in the comment section below. And if you want me to make like a part 2 to this and like carry on with this, also let me know that. A lot of these teachings I learned from this book right here. It's called Letting Go by David R. Hawkins. And honestly, this is a must read for anybody who's into spirituality, psychology, self-betterment, anything, right? Like, this is not a super spiritual book, but it shows you how literally what is holding you back from living the life that you want is not the fact that you can't achieve this and this is hard to achieve and all these external things, but actually the reason you can't achieve what you want and can't create the life that you want is because you're holding so many limiting beliefs, emotions, and definitions about yourself that are just like holding you back from allowing a lot of that abundance from naturally flowing into your life. So as you become aware of them, you let go of identification with them, and this happens naturally. A direct byproduct of that is that you start to experience well-being in your external life. You literally become a new person. The person I am today is not the same person who started this YouTube channel like a year and a half ago or so. Like, you go watch my first video and you'll just see the difference. You'll see the difference in my, like, just my energy, my eyes, like how I carry myself. And yeah, a part of that is just natural changing through life. But the way that I've changed has largely been due to, you know, becoming more aware and going within and letting go of what does not serve me, and then creating new beliefs and definitions about what like things that will actually serve me and help me become a person that I want to become, create the life that I want to create. And also just becoming more and more blank so that there are no definitions, so that I can actually just allow natural intelligence to help my life move and flow accordance with itself, with nature. So again, I'll link this book down below, okay? If it's not linked by any chance, I'll remember to do that. But if I don't, just go on Amazon. It's like, I think it's like $15. Well worth it. It will teach you so much about yourself and a lot, like how to let go of a lot of that inner stuff, okay? Make sure to do that. Also, if you want to get one-on-one coaching with me to accelerate this process, to let go of a lot of this limiting stuff, and to actually start accelerating the time between your desires and their manifestation, learning how to accelerate your reality, also check out one-on-one coaching with me, link in the description box below, okay? If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. I will see you in the next video. Subscribe to this channel. Peace.